Hello everybody, welcome to today's stream for VRP. It's season 3, round 9, and we are here at the beautiful Abu Dhabi under the lights, far away place, almost I dream of going. And one of this man also dreams of going here as well for a Grand Prix. I'm joined tonight by the one and only Ghost Fired Up Adam Richardson. How are you
Hello.
doing, buddy?
I'm doing very good, thank you very much. Yeah, it would be insane to go here. I would absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's such a cool place. And they got that Ferrari place as well, not too far
Oh,
from
hell
the track as
yes.
well, which looks insane. Plus, you can actually drive real life Formula 1 cars around here, can't you, as well? Like the early 2010 cars as well, like the V10 era cars.
Well, I'll tell you, if I tried that, many walls are being hit.
Just amongst the, the G-forces as well. Just couldn't feel your neck after the first few corners as well.
Like, my head will just fly off, I think. My neck just...
So, if you unfortunately weren't here last week, apparently neither was my voice last week, as there was a few stream issues, you would have known that the championship was wrapped up by none other than the Williams driver, Rapid, who unfortunately isn't actually here today, so some other drivers might actually have a chance. He beat his championship rivals, which includes Avesta, Afonso, and also the man that took him all the way to the end. I believe he was second in the championship, with Bino. However, unfortunately, Bino and Afonso weren't here last week, so then it was down to Rapid and fourth place Avesta, but in the end it was Rapid who fought all the way back from the back of the grid at one point as well. Contact and very strange pit stop, and he managed to get himself the win as well as the championship. So for the final 2 races of the season, hopefully we'll see some all-out racing. To be fair, we've been treated for that pretty much for the whole season. So who knows? A bit of a difficult track this one. Yeah, there's some improvements. I think because we had the track getting it sort of remodel, two years ago now?
Yeah, 2021.
Yeah, and the racing's not been too bad, but I think just following is going to be quite difficult. There aren't too many good overtaking opportunities, really, without, having to literally get alongside the other driver. The DRS zone is going to be hugely important around a track like this. Adam, what's your thoughts on Abu Dhabi?
Well, I think it's definitely a lot... I think it's a bit better since the improvements, obviously, with the chicane being gone, adding a hard braking opportunity for the hairpin adds another good overtaking opportunity, as we're riding on board with Omar as he just finishes his lap. It's been a very tiny lap, 122.3.
Yeah, just behind him when he's gaming, second slower, but we'll start seeing more and more cars crossing the line. I'm sure we're time to get into the goes to Lewis. Crossing line P2, that's Renault up into P4. Hazard as well up into P5, and then we'll just see the rest of the drivers filtering through. Now, I'll have a good prediction. From what you've seen this season, who do you think is going to be on pole today? Because Rapid's not here as well. However, though, last week we got a very surprise late pole by, I think it was Avesta. I think it was Rapid who was on top of the session for most of the session. And then Avesta came in and absolutely destroyed Rapid in quite a unforeseen lap. It was also like watching Hamilton's lap in 2018 round Singapore. So who's going to be your prediction coming into qualifying if we would put out an early shout?
For an early shout, I think I am going to go Avesta for this one.
It's a safe bet.
It's a safe bet. Other notable contenders, Afonso, Bino. I don't think we'll see a shock pole as Avesta goes up to the top. Only 0.2 ahead of Omar, though.
Yeah, of course, track evolution comes into this as well. You never know, might not have been too good of a lap. And speaking of Afonso, who is one of the people that could have been challenging for that lap, he's a little bit further around the track, but he is going slowly from the looks of it. Yeah, he's pulling over to let the other Mercedes of Limpuis through. Yeah, in terms of predictions, I don't think you can go too far wrong with someone like Avesta. Yeah, he's one of the quickest guys on the track, consistently good this season. Unfortunately, he's only P4 in the championship. but still one of the quicker drivers of this season, and of course he is the season 1 champion as well, so he's got some experience of being in some pretty high pressure situations, and qualifying pretty should just be a walk in the park if he's gone from battling for championships. So as we see Bino now crossing the line, goes P2
Exactly
by a tenth of a second.
Exactly a tenth.
He means business as well. Unfortunately, as I say, missed out last week, but he's been someone that's been really good, always up there as well.
Very consistently up there in the higher regions of the points. Has he won a race yet this season?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. I'm not too good with the winners. I should probably know that coming into a stream, but
I see not many people on track right now.
there's a few outlaps. You've got Charlie, who's the only driver on the outlap actually at the moment. I think Harold's just come out of the pits.
Has a time he's on a lap. He's just enveloped. I cannot speak. Invalidated. Envelops, yes, envelops. So is Charlie the furthest round on his outlap? It looks as if he is. We're going to ride on board with the McLaren driver. No time lap as of yet. Just seeing through around the final couple of corners now. Powering the car up, ERS on, blazing towards turn 2, on the curb. Whoa, he's spun! Whoa, nice save, maybe a little bit of contact with his rear left, but very, very shaky moment for Charlie there.
And wasn't it just, luckily, managed to correct the car enough, and I thought he was heading straight for the wall. I thought it was going to be Rick Colley over, but luckily managed to pull it just back around enough, so when he did make the contact, it didn't end up ending the session.
Yeah, that would have been very unfortunate for Charlie. Not had a lot of success as of late. Always has showed speed, but sometimes just lacks the consistency and the pace in the race.
And speaking of the race as well, I think this race is going to be a hell of a lot different to Singapore last week. It was pretty much just sit tight, wait for a safety car, hope for the best, just keep your nose clean. This week is going to be a little bit of that, just keeping your nose clean, don't get any unnecessary damage and like unnecessary crashes, but you're not going to have as many safeguards, I don't think. I think, last week you got the tracks lined by walls. This, you really have to mess up if you want to get it into a wall, unless it's through some of the maybe tighter sections on the track.
i.e. turn 1, the final sector.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah, but it's quite rare to crash there, unless you do a Latifi and you kind of drop it on the throttle. I can't really see too many crashes happening there, again, unless there's some, wheel-to-wheel contact while drivers are racing each other. Maybe you do get some iffy bits of contact there, as Avesta is coming out of the pits now. He's ready to go for his second run of the qualifying session. He's followed out by his teammate.
Herod is just in the coming through the final couple of corners now to complete his first time lap of the session. Where will it place him? It's looked pretty good.
It's good.
P5. Decent lap there for Herod. Who else is...
Neither Aston Martin have completed a lap yet. Harry's just come across the line and put himself into the top 10, P9 exactly.
Charlie is continuing on, so it doesn't look like he got any damage from his contact with the wall, as Lewis goes past this now with a 120.
On a lap as well. It looks like he's got a toe, so this latter part of the lap, and I wonder if that actually helped him. Really?
P4. They've been dirty air through those final couple of corners from the Haas.
One person that might be flying under the radar this qualifying session is Omar. I'm not sure. I think that's the lap he put in.
Yeah, his first lap. The first lap of the session. Set the original.
Pretty well.
As Charlie invalidates at one of the final corners. A fairly torrid session for him so far.
And maybe something to keep an eye on. King Enzo has just set the fastest first sector. Yes, that could be a glitch, but he's also just had a massive toe from his teammate down one of the straights. He gets a kick of oversteers. He comes out of the chicane and he opens up the DRS for the second straight. charging down towards the long winding left-hander. And he's purple sector 2 of 52.9. It's looking good. Unfortunately, we can't really get any exact sort of numbers at all of what that compares to everybody else, but it's looking good so far. He's just got to limit any chance of any mistakes. Kissing the apexes. It's
Keeps
looking
it
good at the moment. He's
nicely
kept it
on track.
Final 2 corners. Just rubs the curb there, gets it nicely turned in, gets onto the throttle, plants the throttle. It's only enough for P7. So unless the mistake he made out of the chicane, or unless he just made a mistake
That was
he didn't see.
Still in sector 2 though,
good.
the final sector looked clean. Possibly may have been a glitch, however, the F1 game is known to do that.
Could have been Avesta on a lap. He may be 3/10 down. He's a tenth behind in the second sector. Can he claw it back for his final sector? He's on low fuel. Not a lot of the RS, he's really going for this.
It's a very nice line through there. Patient with the throttle, just within the boundary. That was perfect. Will this put him at the top? He improves, but not by enough. Closes the gap to Lewis, however that gap is still over 2.5 tenths. Omar is back on track. He's a little bit down, but not by much.
And he's ahead. He's up. He's in a net P4 at the moment.
If he could just hold this together and get another clean sector 3, this could be a very good qualifying from Omar. Oh, a little kick there, that may have cost him.
Just a clean run. Well, posted there, so it's very easy to drop it. Maybe get to PB, or maybe he's able to jump into the top 3.
No,
He doesn't.
just the 200s.
Yeah, I saw that, as you say, that kick there. Just saw it. It's just as that change of direction happened, just saw the car get a little bit squirrely. Unfortunately, that ended up being his undoing. But still, again, props to him. He's holding it quite nicely at the moment.
No one yet on a competitive lap.
Charlie's about to set his first proper lap of the session. He's the only driver that hasn't. Of course, he invalidated the lap that he was on as well. His teammate in P17 at the moment, so he'll be at least trying to get in front of him. But you'd like to think there's a bit more pace in those McLaren drivers. Unless they have to start working together to try and just help themselves get a little bit extra time out of their laps.
I mean, we saw in Miami the two McLarens, they do like working together, but they can have a very, very good battle when they have to. When nothing's on the line, they are very good at battling together.
Well, it's kind of the usual suspects at the moment in that top 4, and everyone else around them, no doubt will be challenging them during the race, especially strategy, because strategy no doubt is going to be important here. If you're not relying on safety cars to get a cheap pit stop, it's not going to be too bad of a race, I don't think. Could we see a lot of battling hopefully throughout the race, be it maybe some more DRS battling than anything else. As you see Charlie going 13 seconds up, but of course that's due to his PB being an invalid lap, where he's probably just trying to say some ERS. Looks clean though so far. Might be enough to get into the top 10, but it's looking pretty fast. We're going to get into the top 10, top 8 covered by a second, and it doesn't really tail off too much. You know, the 2 seconds covering essentially the whole field at the moment.
Around the final corner, Charlie, now it's P13.
1,000th off of Adam Lindbergh. That's how close it is, ladies and gentlemen.
And a further 9 milliseconds behind that is Blaze Tim. Wow, some very, very closeness. However, you can see the gap between P5 and P6 is very large.
Reno's up on his lap a little bit. At this moment, he's still stay where he is. He's 6,000ths up on his lap, but if he can build off of that, I think he might have had a squirrel of oversteer there as he came out through the corner. But as he heads into the final corner now,
would have maybe used a little bit more track. He's off. He's invalidated.
Oh,
He invalidated.
And he would have actually pulled it. He would have. Oh, would he?
I don't. No, he wouldn't have. He would have stayed P9, just a stronger P9, I think.
Oh, he'll be frustrated there because I think that doesn't give him really enough time to get back into the pits and go out for another run.
Lewis is on another lap. Was on another lap. Quinton on a lap. He's the highest placed driver on a competitive lap so far. Hard braking zone into the chicane. DRS wide open now as we come in close to the very, very long, seemingly endless and frustrating left-hander. He picks up the throttle nicely. Could have maybe used a little bit more track on the curb. Keeping it nice and safe. Decent line there. We've seen a few drivers make mistakes. A little bit off of the exit of the corner. Possibly treating this a little bit more safer than some as he comes across the line and improves slightly. Doesn't improve position, but a quicker lap time nonetheless. Renault is in the pits. Yannick slightly up,
was up in his first sector.
About 800ths it looked like.
Well,
Renault's
hard for the session in the pits.
Perhaps feeling like he can't do any more. Not sure how long's left of the set. It looked like about a minute left. So it is crunch time now.
And Lewis won't be able to get out for another run.
Yannick down as well.
Bino's on a lap.
600ths up through sector 1. It's a good start. Picks up throttle very nicely. We're coming down the first of the... How long? They're over a kilometre long straights, aren't they?
I'm not sure on the measurements, but yeah, I kind of promise I'll pull them straight down the straight for a race this time.
Give yourself a bit of time to rest your eyes, perhaps. I've come close during a few. 2/10 up, this is a very good lap so far from Bino. Could this challenge Lewis's lap?
At the moment, it will, but, as you say...
Needs a superb final sector, using all of the curb there. That was a very good line.
Williams doesn't get held up there, either Williams in front of him.
Oh, that was right on the limit of invalidation there.
I think Harold's moving his way up to P7 now, but we're not really too focused on that. And the first finish of the session...
Oh, improves by just over a tenth.
He's lost time.
Avesta is slightly up.
King Enzo up to P6. There's a slump of oversteer. But as Omar come across the line to finish in P5 in the session.
Adam Lindberg. That gap, that 4/10 gap between the front pack and the mid pack starting to be bridged now by Enzo and Adam Lindberg. Lim is out of the
final corner. It's P8. What a
P8
lap.
for Dammers. Very good job from him.
He must have got help from his teammates. His teammates on a much slower lap than him. Behind, and Charlie into P15 as he crosses the line. Not an ideal real start there.
I didn't see Avesta's sector split. Oh no.
Oh no, wait, hang on.
Avesta still on a lap. What did it say?
It's 0.166, so
it's very
P2,
close.
It's a PB, but if he keeps it up, you never know, Lewis might get dethroned.
Very close going out the final sector, and he's half a 10. No. Alfonso up to P3. Third driver to break into the 121s. And someone else, Blaze Tim up to P5. Out of nowhere.
Wow. And we're just waiting on one finisher, and it's Harry has a time. He's cut the track. I think he's getting out of the way, but those are finished lap side.
So that will be the grid. Slaps the Etihad wall.
A little bit dramatic.
Quite dramatic. I don't think either of us predicted Lewis.
No, Lewis out of nowhere.
He has
Lewis, I guess you could say.
He has shown a lot of speed in the races I've watched. The main thing he's lacked is the ability to not make mistakes. However, that is not the case today, as he does take pole position.
And the top 13 covered by a second.
Wow.
But of course, it's all very well setting one good lap, but you've got to set about, well, I don't know how many, 21 good laps?
20, I thought
Either
it was
way, though,
a lot of
as
laps.
you say, the usual suspects in the top 4, with Tim just dethroning Omar's P5 right at the end, then 2 Alpine drivers picking some late laps to get themselves up the field. It's bound to be a good race. Again, going off of, that's only 1 lap pace, but going off of the pace, though, it looks pretty close.
Very close. This is the closest I've seen it.
And it's dry, unfortunately.
Scott, have you ever had a wet league race around here?
Not an engineered wet race around here, but no.
I have.
Oh.
I have had a wet league race around here before.
What, wet to dry or?
Wet to wet.
Oh, wow, okay.
Yeah, full wet race. F2 cars. Finish.
Maybe we get a little bit of wet sort of later, maybe?
I don't see any clouds. But no, I finished P2 in that race, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Right then. Do you do... do you do pre-race, going for the grid, all that, mate?
Yeah, I could do that. Well, I usually do that. But my question before the race is, who do you think is going to win?
It's difficult, because of course on track is a little bit different to post-race penalties, isn't it?
Okay, before all the post-race stuff then.
I want to see someone different. I want to say, like, as an underdog win, like Omar or one of the Alpine drivers, but
Damaso
for you
to win the race.
I feel like you can't go too wrong. I think Avesta's going to win.
His race pace this season has been immense.
But only P4 in the championship, though. And there's 2 other drivers starting behind him who have been better overall in the season. Not by much, but they have been better in terms of points.
He has missed quite a few races, though, has Avesta.
That is true.
As Lewis looks to have... Does he think it's lap 1?
It's like he's on AI mode or something.
Anyway, I'm going to run us through the grid now. So we've got Lewis taking pole position ahead of Avesta. P4 in the championship currently for him. Alfonso keeping up his very impressive pace in P3, as we just see a huge bunch of disqualifications, so I can't really run through them. Bino P4, Blaze 10 P5, Omar in a very impressive P6, not that far off the leaders. Possibly an underdog story brewing there. Herod P7, Adam Lindbergh P8, King Enzo P9 with a decent lap near the end. Harry P10, Dammers P11, a decent lap from him also at the end, which at the time did put him P8. Has a time P12, Liam P13, Yannick P14, Lord Percival P15. That must be quite disappointing for him because he's used to being a little bit higher up there. Renault P16, again he must be quite disappointed. Quinton P17, Charlie P18, but not a good session for him at all, littered with mistakes. And Daniel P19. The footage is blurry, apparently.
Yeah.
It must be...
Might just be a stream quality thing.
Possibly. Yo, Tim. In the chat. You see, it's an Alfa Romeo very much offline there.
Yeah.
The lights are coming on now. The lights are out and we're underway. Very tentative restart here, but Lewis looks to have got the jump. However, it's Alfonso almost in the inside. Couple
Let's put
cars,
that further back.
couple cars
Not sure
squaring
who.
off the track. I saw, I think I
Banging
saw the
the
Alpines
wheels.
side by side through the flat out corners. Oh, Avesta's lagged out. Avesta's not been in the session. That's not good. So Avesta down to P13. It's going to have to be some recovery. As we see Alfonso going side by side and for the lead of the race down the long straight. No DRS. And he's got through on the inside.
Bino got really close to the back end of those cars. There could have been contact, but luckily he just managed to check up enough.
Avesta's left again. Possible issues for Avesta. However, Lewis goes side by side into the long left-hander now. He retakes his lead. Very daring overtake there from Lewis. We see a yellow flag. Somebody looks to have spun it.
Tim.
It's
And
a
King Enzo.
bit of a pile-up, it looks like. Yeah. Adam Lindbergh.
Drivers up to P7 and P8.
P7 for
Charlie.
Wow. Adam Lindbergh up to P5 as well. A very good start from him. Herod has got past Bino at the final corner. That's not a place where you usually see overtakes.
Unless Bino's got an issue. Well, no, I don't think he'd have an issue unless he made a mistake.
He's lost a
Just caused him to drop back a
second.
little bit.
Is he? Yeah, he's lost a second to Herod. Doesn't look to have any damage. Dowler's back down to P16 as he had a... Oh,
He
he's
has got
hit.
wing damage.
He has got damage. Quite a few people in the pits, it does look like.
Oh, Bino way off track there.
Ooh, Bino looking to be struggling. Afonso looking to reel in Lewis. Doesn't look for the move that time. So he has a time. Has a time as well up to P8. After this lap, we'll see who the biggest movers are. I know who the biggest mover downwards is going to be, and unfortunately, due to circumstances that I don't think that are his fault, it's Avesta, I believe.
Yeah, internet issues or something, which no matter how much you practice for,
He's left again.
can't guarantee, and unfortunately, yeah. And I reckon that's. Oh, whoa! Lewis got massively sideways through the chicane there. He's kept the position, but.
Oh, Fonzo's right there with him. Herod unable to keep up. Bino back on his tail. Will Bino recreate the move that was pulled on him? He looks to do it. Side by side now coming out of the final corner. He gets the move done. He does the same move that Herod did to him. Very impressive stuff. Charlie with the fastest lap. Possibly some differences in strategy because Charlie is on the soft.
Yeah, I literally, as soon as you said that as well, I just checked the tyres and it's
Yeah.
Harry here on the softs. And Charlie is the one that started on the softs, meanwhile everyone else who pitted went onto the, 3 drivers on the hard, 1 person on the medium, starting King Enzo.
So Renault looking like he's the only driver who started on the hard compounded tyre. We'll look
What a battle for the lead again.
battle for the lead. Yeah, Fonzo back through. DRS active now. Has he kept the DRS or will Lewis have it? Lewis has the DRS, but is he too far back? He's conserving his overtake quite a bit. And looks to the inside once again, side by side again. He's through once more. Very close racing at the front. Oh, I thought there was going to be an incident there. Avesta joins the session once again. Sees front two, neck and neck, passing each other several times a lap at this point. And Avesta's gone again. This is very unfortunate for him. On to lap 4 now. We're going to have a look at who the biggest movers are. And upwards to no one's surprise, it is Charlie, up 11 places already. Very impressive stuff from him. Adam Lindbergh up 2. Herod up 3. Daniel up 5, however that is due to the pit stops. Downwards we have King Enzo down 10. Avesta, through no fault of his own, down 11. And he's just joining and leaving. This is highly unfortunate as we see Lewis and Alfonso, side by side going into the braking zone. A little bit of contact there. Banging wheels.
Meanwhile, Lewis's teammate about to make a move into the top. No, it's not. It's 3 wide into the chicane. Oh, this is huge. Reno, side by side. Look, this could be a crash here, surely. Reno make a double overtake. What on earth have I just seen?
On the hard tyres as well. Lewis.
I was on board with the Ferrari, and I just saw a.
Yeah, I saw you explaining that, and I kept seeing. I see Lewis with the DRS on Alfonso getting back past him into the hairpin. These two still nose to tail, but wow, 3 wide.
This helicopter shot as well. This is amazing. You seen this as well? Or is it
Who are you viewing right now?
No, I'm on a helicopter shot. I'm watching Omar.
On a helicopter shot? Oh, wow. That's a very nice camera. Geeking out about cameras, yeah. We need the drone. We need the drone camera next.
Oh, completely, yeah. You can actually control it as well.
Controllable drone camera, that'll be amazing. DRS once again for Alfonso. The pack behind not able to make any inroads properly. Possibly catching a little bit as we see to the inside now. Diving his way down the inside. Making that move once again. We ride on board.
We're about to see a 4-car battle possibly for P3. It's Bino and all the way back to Adam as well.
Lewis back through to chicane. You see side by side now with the Alfa Romeo and the Alpine. Here's off the track goes Bino. Having a look in there is Omar as well. Stacking up. This is a very good battle with a very good helicopter camera angle.
See, I told you.
He told me it was good. Bino looking to stretch that gap a little bit. No one making the move into the final corner. 4 cars still very close together. I'm going to ride on board with Adam Lindbergh to show you how close they all are. It's like lap 1. Still no safety cars or anything like that to talk about at this stage. So we're looking at the hairpin. Not many moves going on at the hairpin. A lot of people electing to keep the DRS.
Alfonso's in DRS now. Straight to the inside. Got the move done before the corner. Can he stay ahead of him on the brakes though? Does position, but of course trading DRS as we go onto the next straight.
Lewis keeping DRS.
Ferrari driver will have the DRS. Oh, that will go inside, outside. Inside is the best bet.
Goes inside once again. And for, I believe, the 4th lap in a row, Lewis takes the lead at the hairpin, but they're very close coming out of it. Oh, that's anxious stuff. That's very anxious stuff.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Especially for that section there as well, of how fast it is, and of course the braking zones as well. It's just all.
Omar literally pushing her through those corners as well. We see a couple people moving down. Liam's got a penalty for corner cutting. See the yellow flag. That's Harry and is it? The incident looks to have cleared, but I think Liam was involved somehow. Lord Percival has got past hazard time as well. Is that a final corner move once again? He goes off track at turn 1. Doesn't want to keep doing that. He will get a penalty. However, one interesting thing on at least previous iterations of the F1 game, you could get away with going wide at turn 1.
Oh, Alfonso looking for the move on the brakes now this time. Oh, there might be contact.
Oh, contact.
There's a safety car though.
There's a safety car. Well, that's perfect timing for Lewis. I think, I'll tell you who I think this benefits most. This benefits Charlie. Those soft tyres now will be starting to fall off. I think this is going to benefit him perfectly. So we've got 22 laps to go on this next lap. Who are we going to see diving in? think this benefits Charlie the most. Lewis decides to pit. Afonso follows. Bino follows. Omar follows. It looks like everybody is pitting. Even Renault's pitting. Lewis onto the hard compound of tyre, looking to go to the end. This is a very fast Ferrari mechanics. Everyone in the pits, it looks like. Apart from Avesta, AI. Avesta's AI coming out in P. Hang on, Alfonso, I don't think you can do that, buddy. Yeah, he's had to let Avesta's AI through. As Avesta's back, he'll discover himself back in P2, but not on a good strategy. As we see a mix of medium and hard runners. Will the mediums get to the end from here? As Herod's now left the session. Where is Herod? P6. That's not good at all for him, but hopefully he can join back. If it's any good time to lag out of the session, it is under the safety car while the pack is very segmented. It looks like the order has been set for this restart. And P1 is the pole sitter Lewis. Very good race so far from him. Very good battle with Afonso. However, it's Avesta who has not driven a single lap in this race due to internet problems. The only car not to pit other than King Enzo, and maybe Harry, because they've just stopped. The only driver not to pit. It's his AI. Looks to be back in the car though, he's no longer ghosted. Afonso P3, a bit unlucky with the Avesta situation. Bino P4, Omar still in a very impressive P5, managing to get past Herod just before the safety car. Very good stuff from him. Adam Lindbergh P7 as Avesta's AI has Avesta has pit. It's going to cost him a whole host of positions. But it looks like he is back now as we almost see Renault crash into the back of Charlie. Good avoidance from him. Lord Percival P9, a good recovery from him so far. Quinton P10, I can say the same there. Blaze Tim P11, not the best from him, despite his P5 qualifying position. Herod is back, which is very good. Has a time P12, Daniel P13, Yannick 14, Avesta comes out in P15. Big recovery needed here. Dammers P16, Harry P17, and King Enzo coming into the pits for the medium tyres. And
It's nice to see that my prediction's gone completely out the window already.
You say that, Avesta is back.
For how long? But yeah.
Avesta is back.
Come back. They do call him the Ukrainian Verstappen.
For one lap, he was in P2 because his AI didn't pit. I don't think the safety car will be in this time because of King Enzo at the back. Safety car not in this lap. There's a real mix now of hard and medium. Do you think the mediums are going to get to the end, Scott, or are they holding out for another safety car?
I'd be surprised. I'd be really surprised if the hards go to the end. It's 20 laps. That's not exactly a margin, is it?
I think the hards will make it. I think it's the mediums I'm concerned about.
Yeah, the mediums could go to the end, just not competitively. Like, that's if you want to see out the rest of the race.
Yeah, Daniel says Sorry to interrupt you. Daniel said the cars are glitching. I've not seen anyone else report the issue, so it might be an issue on his end. Possibly. All the cars are ghosting and stuff.
I've not seen any of that yet, mate, but
Yeah. I think that might be an issue on Daniel's end, to be honest. As you see, Alfonso, getting really close to the back of Lewis. Two drivers that in different leagues, have battled a fair number of times. I say Alfonso more so. I always get those two confused, Avesta and Alfonso. Maybe I am one of them. No, I'm not. I wish I had that level of skill on this game. Safety car should be in this lap. The whole field is back, and yes, confirmation that it is in this lap. Safety car just pulling away now. Lewis looking to maybe back the field up, or he's still going quite quickly. No, he's slowed it up again now. Back the field up, make it hard to maintain tyre temps for your opponents. The hard's notorious for being difficult to warm up. Daniel's watching. So wait, Daniel, did you leave and back out? So, and it looks like he's gone after the exit, and Bino's got Alfonso. Bino and Alfonso side by side now. On the restart, Alfonso just getting the braking zone. But Lewis timing that restart to perfection, really catching Alfonso out. Placed him ahead of Quinton now as well. To go into the hairpin.
Harry making a move on Quinton into the hairpin as well.
Quinton down a couple of positions, three wide, yeah. It's Adam Lindberg. Adam Lindberg is very disappointing for him. He was in a very good position.
And Vesta looking for the move onto the brakes down into the chicane. The first of the chicanes, he can't get the move quite done as we'll go on board with Bino. At least I will, I don't know about the stream, but we'll go on board with Bino, watching these guys from the front. And now Alfonso has a chance that he can move into the long winding corner. No DRS, we've got plenty of DRS, plenty of
side by side now.
To the outside.
Can't quite make it work.
Open to Bino, though he hasn't. He's just about lost the truck. He's got the inside there.
Wow, very, very close racing. Next real overtaking opportunity is the final corner. As you see, the car.
Whoa! Vesta was out the back of Hazeltime there into the break. Sorry, no, Quinton Gaming and Hazeltime under a little battle. Vesta just behind, and he just didn't expect to close him that quickly on the brakes, and he had to move out the way to avoid crashing into the back of them. Unfortunately, he lost the position from doing so. Yeah.
It sounds like, Daniel, you may have lagged out then if everyone's ghosted, like everyone left. Because if everyone leaves the session, it's just you, and I think you've lagged out.
Ghosted on my screen.
So it looks like he may have lagged out.
Howard just behind.
Oh, Vesta having a very big moment under the brakes into the hairpin.
Charlie as well, really close to Reno. He might be getting overtake done as well before the braking zone.
Looks to have it. Reno looks to send it around
on the brakes. He's still there. Brilliant defense from Reno. He sent it up the inside.
Oh, does he force jump?
Track. And that, I mean, I think that was just good hard racing there, to be honest.
That was, yeah. Charlie looks to get straight back through, and maybe start his assault on the top five, all of which still, even after the safety car, on a harder compound of tyre than him.
Almost losing the leaders. I don't know if Harold's the driver to bridge the gap. He was in that similar position earlier on in the race. He was leading so quickly in the Vesta. Let's just back into P12 for Charlie there. The first penalty of the race going to the crown driver is P6.
No, Was it Liam? No, Harry did get a penalty, I believe.
There was a move at the final corner there. I don't know who it was, but I remember seeing one.
Someone made a move in the, or someone maybe
It might have
attempted a
been
move.
Harry. No, it might have been Reno overtaking Tim.
Possibly, those two are very, very close now. Well, Renault
Percival as well. Percival's quite close behind this group here, and he could pounce on them.
has kept it very.
Vester's also right on the back of Quinton.
Lord Percival's kept it very consistent in the race after a fairly disappointing qualifying, as we see Renault now going down the inside into the braking zone, same place where he got back past Charlie on the last lap. Charlie now was again with the DRS, going side by side. Are we almost looking 3 wide there? It's Blaze Tim, not Blaze Tim, sorry. I saw an Alpine. Yeah, Blaze Tim's right on the back of Renault. Is he going to look to do a move here? No, he thinks better of it. They're on all over the back of Omar. Lewis still in the lead, 6/10. It's the biggest lead he's held all race.
Ooh, snap from Charlie there, and he's lost a bit of time.
Lost a bit of time. Just backs out of the final corner move. Maybe Charlie possibly struggling with a bit of overheating, possibly. So he can quite.
No, he's on the same age tires as Reno.
Yeah, but he's struggling a lot more on traction, it looks like. Losing time to the front pack. And with that 3-second penalty, that's going to cost him several positions. It's like he's the front of a train almost.
And Avesta's into the top 10 already. And he's chasing down Lewis's teammate with a vengeance. How long before we see him getting up into the top positions?
Whoa, is he enough to hurry off the track? Oh my god, that's a huge crash. That's a huge crash for Quinton. That's a scary, scary incident.
He kept going somehow. It looked like a plane crash down the main
Yeah,
straight
he's
there.
bumping well over the sausage curves. I thought he's gone into the old fake, but he's retired.
Safety car.
He's just retired in there.
No, it's not. Safety car would have come out. Safety car would have come out. But no,
He's retired so maybe it's possibly a rage quit here. That's a very, very odd incident.
So
all over the.
Looks like he wants this move. He's really close now. It's the closest I've seen him through this final sector here.
4/10.
Safety car restart.
4/10 gained in the last lap. As Avesta's left again. Avesta's left again.
Just after he gained so many positions, he could well drop back down. He said just had Harrow has the time behind him, and there you go. There's the overtake. And again, losing more and more positions.
Right.
Herod and Omar, the gift that keeps on giving. They're kind of just having this really quiet battle here. They're trying to see themselves like they've accepted though to catch up to the leaders. So now they're just going, yeah, go on. We'll have a little battle of ourselves.
But the leaders, just backing out. He's pushing him through the corners.
Stayed ahead of Omar. Oh, Omar had a poor exit there.
Lewis
had an amazing one, but the DRS
Lewis defending the inside line, side by side now through the long left-hander. Has he got the better drive? Lewis has the better drive. Just out of that corner.
Charlie making the move on Reno as well, or Renault.
Charlie back through again, catching up a lot to the battling pair of Herod and Omar. We might see a very, very entertaining battle here.
If I'm Bino right now, I'm just wanting to keep my nose clean, just hope these guys keep battling and battling and battling.
They have had so many side-by-side moments coming into corners, bits of contact. Bino hoping for it all to end in tears for them both.
There's another 4-car train here. Tim, Percival, Renault and Charlie as well. And they're all charging towards us to save that, battling 2 of Omar and Herod.
Medium runners with the softer tyres, however, maybe those mediums could be starting to degrade soon as we're back onto the straight. Alfonso doesn't look for a move. Bino looking for the move on Alfonso though.
say on the brakes, that looks quite sketchy as Renault's got back past Charlie.
Wow. So in the braking zone, and has still gained time
Oh,
on.
Alfonso. Looks to the outside.
Ball to the-
Alfonso, can he get, if he gets this stick, that would be incredible.
Nice.
No, he can't though.
Lewis with the better
move's
run.
almost on. If he can get along, like properly ahead of him into the final corner around the not final corner, around the outside of him, it could happen. It's got the makings there. It's just trusting the tyres, and on the hard tyres, I just don't know if you can put that much faith into the grip.
It is, yeah, as you said, it's got the makings of probably overtake of the season. And he's got a very close Charlie with another 3 seconds.
Oh no, buddy.
Only driver so far with a penalty, and he's got 6 seconds worth. That's going to drop him back to near Dammers, I believe.
Back.
To Dammers,
yeah,
I believe.
14, something like that.
As we see now, back onto the DRS straight. Harold and Omar just split a little bit now, so they're battling. Lord Percival back is past Renault though, at the hairpin of all places. It's a bold strategy. I hope it works out for him. As we now see, and he's battling with Charlie. It has worked out for him. It looks like.
And they're about to have, it's almost 4 wide.
It's 3, oh my word.
It might be 4. If they spread out enough, it might be 4 though, but they managed to organise themselves out just about, and all this almost contact.
Oh, that is
so
excellent
close.
racing. That is excellent
Renault using
racing.
all of his ERS just to stay ahead, and
And,
now, look at this. The battle now, it's
Oh, Savin's going for the move! There's 2! Whoa, what a move! And has he?
Whoa!
Side by side through the penultimate corner. Wow! And still going for the move at the final corner. It's Renault and his one personal contact.
As well. Look at
Yeah.
He's trying to make a move on both of them.
Oh! Almost changed it. Almost changed the house. Still side by side, making contact all the way. And Yannick just cannot make the move. Wow! Yannick's still looking for it. 2 by 2 behind as well.
We have to see at least one overtake into this corner. We might even see the double overtake. It's King Enzo up the inside of so many drivers. And he's got the double overtake.
Wow.
King Enzo, what an incredible move from
Oh my word! As they're still battling nose to tail. And we still see there's 5 cars. The Haas are side by side. The Haas just gives up, but he lets the Red Bull through. Wow! The 3 wide now going down the straight. Yannick was temporarily in a Haas sandwich. Somehow, no incidents in that. That is incredible racing. As you see another move!
What was that to say about there being no reports as he sends in one of the moves? Like what could have been an absolute send.
That could have been.
Wow.
As we see a few drivers now bailing for the pits. That was intense. That was really, really intense. And it looks like the bold strategy did not pay off for Lord Percival.
No, it doesn't look like it. As
It
kind of unfortunately spread out a little bit for us now. We've kind of had our fun, so have the drivers, but
we still
now,
see. I think the closest is Dammers on hazard time.
No, the leaders.
Oh, we got the leaders battling again. Oh, it's like, now it's Bino's turn to push Alfonso through the corner.
Lewis just gets so much better exits. He gets that initial drive, but it's the DRS that pulls him back in. It's like you see it for the rest of the lap. Lewis is quicker throughout, but the DRS zones are just keeping everyone else on him at the moment.
And Omar and Herod switching places going into the hairpin as well. This is gonna, to get past Lewis throughout the whole lap, it is gonna have to be an audacious, risky move.
Well, no, you're just gonna have to surely you just have to sit behind after the first DRS zone, and then the second DRS zone, where you kind of have to essentially just back him up into Bino. I think if you get past him into the long left-hander for that final section, you just got to try and back him up. As long as he doesn't send it at the end of those fast right-handers as well, because that's always a place where people seem to like to go for moves.
We have seen a few sends in those final couple of corners. The final corner's been a hotbed for moves as well, as we are back onto the DRS straight. 1.5 seconds splitting the top three, but that's going to be a hell of a lot less by the end of this straight.
Again, sit behind him. If he can get good enough, if he can match Lewis here, keep the gap between them at about 3/10, it could happen. Kept within 3/10, but he's dropped again. Look at the exit.
The exit is
insane.
That is a phenomenal exit.
Julie Foster keeps going for the outside. This time he switches to the inside here.
Oh!
Lewis, so
My
much
word!
pace. It's ridiculous.
The
You just can't seem to
confidence.
overtake him.
The confidence through that hairpin is phenomenal from
You
Lewis.
should see the drivers trusting each other as well. It's not like one of them's washing up into the other one. It's not like the other one's driving down. There's just a lot of trust there. A lot of just generally good driving from these drivers out here. It's good to see.
Also, Scott, if you're looking at the timing tower, I am looking at a train developing. There's a yellow flag.
Avesta stops on track. Unless Avesta spun.
Oh.
He's facing the wrong way. He's got back going again, but I don't think that's going to raise any full course yellows at the moment. There's a couple of drivers diving into the pits. That includes Dammers and Yannick at the moment.
If you have a look at the timing tower, Scott, there is a little bit of a train starting to brew from King Enzo down. Sorry, from Charlie down.
A little bit.
Again, not as good as it was earlier. As we see 6/10 down the gap. It's now Bino closer to Alfonso. He's nowhere.
Enzo could be on for an overtake here, but I suggest watching the leaders and
Yeah,
let you know if there's anything here.
Yeah, let me know. As once again the drive, 4.5 tenths. Not much chance of a move here, unless Alfonso goes for something crazy. Yep, oh, normal order remains. As King Enzo dives down to the inside, going into the hairpin of Charlie. Gets that move done, but Charlie's still there. Woo-hoo! Charlie looking to send it.
He's going to try and force him out, and he does force him out. He's still there though. It's
still side by side. This could get ugly. And no, they kept it. This is brilliant hard racing here. As Charlie looks to go for it again.
He's pitting.
Oh, Charlie, why'd you have to do that to us?
Those medium runners now, it's not going to be. I don't think it's going to be very good for these guys all the way to the end. They're going to have to go soft to the end and hope for a safety car to bunch up the field again.
Oh no, Nicholas Latifi.
Well, there is that. Yeah, there is a Williams at the back of the grid, so you never know.
Oh no, Daniel Heaps.
Alfonso, yeah, again sticking behind. Bino right up behind them as well.
We see Willie get the exit again. Yeah, he does. Another 4.5 tenths gap. Omar now with a penalty. It's not going to cost him anything.
He's behind.
Unless
he has got it in him, unless he's saving. I can't see.
Look at the overtake. Look at the RS. Lewis has 80%. Alfonso has 50.
Same with Bino as well. Bino's got 50%.
Lewis still has 85%.
Avesta's stopped on track again. He spun round and he might be actually looking for a safety. Okay, I don't want to throw out any accusations, but I wonder if he's looking for a safety car here.
Accusations. False accusations.
Well, yeah, surely the best way to get back into a race is to
hold up the leaders.
Well, of course, a safety car, no.
True, but that does involve
do it in the least conspicuous way without knocking yourself out of the race. That's the best way to do it. Just stop on track. I definitely haven't done that before. At all.
I don't think I've intentionally caused a safety car before. Maybe once.
I've done it plenty of times, but yeah, Alfonso lifting off the throttle there. He does not want to go for that move because he knows exactly what Lewis will do.
But we know what Lewis.
Do you try and risk it? Do you try and go for a move on?
The gap is smaller now. The gap is smaller now. It's 3.5 tenths. It's half a tenth. Well, it's a tenth lower than what it was, but it's still not enough.
I wonder if you just try and go for half a move on Lewis. You try
and panic
his cage a little bit, force him out wide maybe or something. But with him still ahead, so that you can get the DRS and just kind of mess up his exit a little bit and just try and stay on a bit. It's just so difficult to do without, putting you or the other driver's race in jeopardy. Just for a half move. Just the exits, you see, he gains like half a tenth there, just on the exit of that corner alone.
A master on the traction, it seems, is Lewis. And look at the gap now, 6 tenths.
Just under 5 laps to go as well now. It's getting interesting.
This is getting very interesting.
It's almost 7 tenths there.
But there's still the DRS. Charlie now with the fastest lap of the race.
It's happened last week as well with Omar. Omar on soft tyres, an off strategy, went for it on the softs and managed to get it. Look at this, he's right on the back of him here. It's better. It's a lot, he's stuck with him. We could see a move into the corner here.
It could do here.
With his
it's close, he's going for the inside! Lewis to the outside! Has he got the grip?
He's got the grip on the inside.
Still side by side, and Lewis just with the exit. Oh my word!
He might go for a move here though.
No, he thinks better of it.
He's touched the rear of his car.
Oh my word! Bino must be licking his lips right now. Just sticking with this pack.
If I'm Bino, I'm getting the popcorn out. This has been an amazing battle to watch. Really, just trying to suss each other out, trying to come up with the best idea for the overtake. We almost saw it there. That's the textbook way to do it, but just not so textbook to the point where he could actually get the overtake. He kind of got alongside him. Sylvester getting himself a penalty as well. No, more and more penalties coming up the board, and there was a slight mistake there from Alfonso because he's dropped back almost 8 tenths.
Wow. Lewis, I would use a little bit more of his ERS there. Alfonso using an overtake at the start of the straight. Alfonso with significantly less than both of his rivals for this win. Bino just dropping back a little bit though. Still well within DRS.
We are now past the point of where a safety car can get involved, so this is now going to be green to the end.
Nicholas Latifi, I think, is fuming with that, to be honest.
Oh, the closing speed there from Alfonso was scary. He came in at a rate of knots there, and that might actually help him to get a better setup into the next lap. So he's clean again. Of course, last lap they were battling, so naturally he might drop back a little bit more.
Lord Percival
out of that rhythm,
and Enzo have swapped places as well. Those mediums now, I think, have fallen off. Very good race from Lord Percival, despite his pretty lacklustre qualifying, up 9 positions, I believe, in the race. Vesta with the fastest lap now.
Water is wet.
And the sky is, well, in this case, dark blue. Yeah, grey. Not a big gap, only 4 tenths.
Vesta is not a bad exit. He's had a bit of an iffy exit though. He picked it up nicely mid-corner, but coming up the corner it had a bit of a scuff on the curb, but could that be enough still though? Again, you can hear him lifting off.
We're going to ride on board with him once again, and Lewis once again with the exit. Not this lap. And Alfonso knows that he's not using his ERS.
He's really close as well behind.
And Omar has got past Herod. This battle's been going on all race. course, with penalties, Heron is ahead, but neither of them with much ERS. And Avesta with, I think Avesta's just fine.
And actually, because I'm not on the stream, I can have a look at this. I want to have a look and see what the leaders are like in terms of penalties. Or in terms
of warnings, yes, that would be very good info.
So Lewis has only got 1 warning so far.
So he's fairly safe.
Vesta has 1 warning as well so far. Bino, he's got 2 track warnings. So he's only 1 away from a penalty, so he's got to keep it especially neat and tidy. And saying, of course, talk about penalties as well. Charlie's just got another one as well.
I'll tell you who might come into this battle for the lead. Avesta is back! Avesta is back. Yes, a lap down. A lap down, but he is back. And Alfonso's gone for it. Alfonso's got it, and Bino's has hit Lewis.
Wait, Bino hit Lewis?
Bino hit Lewis.
It's 7/10. What's happened to? No way. I got my cameras mixed up. I can actually see that.
And Avesta has unlapped himself.
Whoa, Alfonso!
Bino.
What's happened to Alfonso?
Oh my god, he's made a mistake. Oh my word, and Lewis is back through. All the hard work done by the side by side. Going into the final sector, he gets back through. Oh my word. Oh, this could be the end of Bino's run though. He's only just in the DRS.
And now he's out. To sit back and try and see what he can do.
Lewis much better on the exits, it seems, than Alfonso. Bino looks to be out of it now, but a few side-by-side battles could put him back into play on this last lap. The racing has been phenomenal so far in this race. Yeah, 1.7 seconds now for Bino. Possibly getting thrown off by the AI of Avesta. They just look 3/10. Alfonso defending the inside. Lewis having a look, possibly to try to scare Alfonso. And getting a much better exit. He's much closer than Alfonso ever was.
Yeah, if I was Alfonso, I'd just protect that inside.
And Lewis?
Wait to the final lap. This could be the brilliant final lap here.
Get the popcorn, mate.
If Lewis goes around the outside and gets the move done, it could, because if Alfonso goes too defensive, Lewis might actually be given all the room in the world to go for that outside move.
I think
all to play for here, ladies and gentlemen, as we're about to start the final lap of the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Much to the contrary of what we thought it was going to be, the race has been stunning so far, and we could be in for an absolute stunning finish.
A little wobble for Alfonso there, coming out of the final corner. He just has to keep his head. Obviously, there's 2 very crucial DRS zones he has to be aware of, and they're coming up a lot quicker than he would like. Lewis only 2/10 off. As we're going into the hairpin, Lewis just has a little bit of a look just to maybe throw him off. Now we're on to the first DRS straight.
You got to try and get him here because he's got all the DRS.
He does, he's going for it. Well. He's going for it. Lewis is through. Lewis is through side by side. They're inside each other. Lewis is through. Oh, he spun! Lewis has spun! Lewis has spun! Oh my word! Lewis has spun.
Where's that from contact? I know they were ghosted, but I wonder if there was just a moment where the game glitched or something. Something must have happened there. Lewis was perfect throughout the whole race.
And he's just spun it on nearly traction. Big damage there. Wow. What a race. What a battle. There can be only one winner, however. And it's looking to be Alfonso, who's coming round the final corner now to win the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. Possibly a little bit of controversy post-race. Bino finishes P2. Lewis just holds on with his damage to still claim a podium position. Her on P4, Omar just behind in P5. Lord Percival looking to pick up a very good P6, although Yannick on the soft tyres is getting very close. King Enzo still hanging on with those mediums. Renault P9 has a time P10. Where's Tim P11? Dammers finishing ahead of his teammate. No, even before the penalties. I don't get after the penalties. Harry has crashed out before the line. Before the line.
Oh.
Daniel's AI P11. Adam Lindbergh P16 is disappointing. What a race. What a race. I didn't have too many expectations going into this one, as I was talking to you before the race, but what a race. That was spectacular. I don't think this will be the end of it either.
Driver of the day given to Lord Purcell there. Can't really disagree with that.
Yeah,
if you go off of back, like going from as far back, or going from far back towards the front, you have to say Lord Percival there, but his teammate drove an amazing race throughout the whole race today. Brilliant defensively, but something happened at the end of there. I don't think we can really properly explain, because different drivers, unfortunately, due to the game, will experience different things. But that is your finishing order as of now, though. But if you do want to find out if there are any afters, make sure you do follow VRP on Instagram, as that's where you'll find all of the juicy gossip from what happens over, well, the next week, I guess, so we get to prepare for the final race of the season, which is Brazil, which fellow commentator goes far up. You'll be racing, I believe.
Hopefully that's the goal. So Scott, I know that Lord Percival deservedly, I think, got Driver of the Day, but do you have any other nominations for Driver of the Day?
I don't know. I think Yannick's got to be up there as well, because Yannick went up quite a few positions as well, and quite a different
Especially at
strategy.
the end.
He finished on the softs at the end as well.
Almost getting Lord Percival.
Lord Percival going from P15 to P6, and Yannick going up 7 positions as well himself. So still not bad, but I kind of have to also do the boring thing, or the F1 thing, of saying Lewis, because he was up front throughout the whole race, dealt with the pressure for so long from Afonso. A championship contender, Afonso.
Yeah.
Kept the pressure up the whole race, but he managed to deal with it time after time after time after time, and unfortunately it just led to that one moment there when it counted, and it all went wrong for him. He still managed to pull it back to get a podium, so we don't know, but of course, as I said, there could be some afters, but I feel like you can't go wrong with saying Lewis as well.
I think a special mention as well has to go to Omar, because his pace today, compared to the rest of the season, was very, very quick. He was...
Definitely.
For the whole race, he was battling Herod, who, for the whole season, has been... Well, the whole season. In multiple leagues I've seen him in, this season as well, he's been very quick. And to be battling with that kind of level is very impressive compared to where he's been for the rest of the season. So that will be it for the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix. I hope you've enjoyed it as much as me and Scott have. But until next week, it's goodbye from us.